Welcome to Thunder Weekly, sponsored by Eskridge Lexus,
Knippelmeyer Chevrolet, Sam's Optical, Sun and Ski Sports, RV General Store, Circle Fit. Now here's your hosts, Rick Heath and Mark Rogers.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Thunder Weekly. I'm Rick Heath. With me, Mark Rogers. Mark, we're at a beautiful showroom for Indian Motorcycles of Oklahoma City. I mean, what are some fantastic bikes they have here.
This is my first time in here. It's incredible. The Slingshot, I think we got to have one.
Yeah, we got to have one of those to tool around. You and I can tool around and promote
that.
Indian motorcycles. But, I mean, they've got everything from the big cruisers to the Scouts. Did you know that the Indian motorcycles were the first motorcycles made in the United States?
I did not know that. There's a lot I have to learn.
Yes,
definitely.
1901. 1901 was when they first made an Indian motorcycle, and they've been making them ever since. A great bike. If you're looking for a wonderful cruiser or just a rugged Scout that will take you anywhere, you need to come to Indian Motorcycles of Oklahoma City here at 10th Street, just west of I-235 and right next to the railroad tracks. And they've also got great accessories. They have the Mark Wahlberg collection of accessories. You know they got to be rugged if Mark Wahlberg.
I see some nice clothes over here, some shirts and some jackets.
Oh, man, the jackets are killer.
That's
Mark,
right.
they are
This is
killer.
great.
So, hey, you got to come down to Indian Motorcycles of Oklahoma City on 10th Street across from Camps, 1910 Cafe, just west of I-235. It's a great showroom, and they got a wonderful selection of Indian motorcycles, and they're actually very, very affordable. I mean, for the luxury that they provide.
Absolutely. You told me the price of that Slingshot. I'm ready to buy one right now.
Yeah, just
That's
go
good.
cruising. I mean, we'll spend the weekend running around. Let's talk a little bit about Spurs. End of the season's coming up. They've got a few games left, but things are starting to work out. Western Conference, Eastern Conference. But I want to go back to the controversy last week about Reggie Jackson. Boy, these guys just don't like Reggie Jackson.
Well, I don't think Reggie Jackson likes these guys either. So I thought it was a little odd. I mean, the Thunder didn't play their starting lineup. Kevin Durant and Serge Ibaka set, and the Pistons played terrible. And I don't think Reggie played very well, but yet he goes on that victory dance around the arena. You know what? I could use less of that.
Well, for everybody. From
Right.
everybody. I mean, there are some guys on the Thunder that don't mind strutting.
Right.
So, you got to take it with a little grain of salt. I mean, Reggie Jackson was going to celebrate beating his old team. It didn't matter if it was a preseason game. As long as he got to beat his old team who didn't like him, he didn't like them, they left on less than good terms.
Sure.
So, I mean, hey, take it with a grain of salt. I mean, they'll get theirs back, right?
I think so. Yeah. It'd be right. I don't think the Thunder are going to meet the Pistons in the NBA Finals, so we'll probably have to wait till next year.
Next year, then that'll be a circles game for both of them.
I think so, yeah.
Hey, we're at the Indian Motorcycles of Oklahoma showroom here on 10th Street, across from Camps, just west of I-235. And we'll be back after this. Brown O'Haver, the adjusters for the insured. Just as Billy Donovan, coach for the Thunder, has to make the right call for the Thunder, you need to make the right call as well. If you sustain damage to your home or business by storms, you need to make the right call too. Brown O'Haver, adjusters for the insured. Brown O'Haver, with over 25 years experience in helping the insured, can help you settle your claim in an equitable manner. Don't settle for as low as 30 or 40 cents on the dollar. Get full value with expert help from Brown O'Haver, adjusters for the insured. Don't settle for less. Call Brown O'Haver today.
Why have people trusted Sam's Optical for over 30 years for their eyeglass needs?
I think I'm the new kid on the block with Sam's. As a matter of fact, when I came here, I wasn't coming here to buy glasses. I was coming here to get some information to where the doctor's office was next door, and just the ambiance and the atmosphere. After they gave me the information I needed, I went to my eye doctor. Then I came back in and felt like I was at home.
Sam's Optical for over 30 years, bringing you the best prices and service at any of Sam's locations.
Hi, it's Sam at Louie's Grill and Bar, where we are famous for delicious burgers, like our new Deep South Burger, featuring sliced ham, smoky barbecue sauce, and fried green tomatoes. At Louie's, we're in your neighborhood.
At RV General Store, we've got rootin' tootin' RV bargains for you every day. 27-foot bunkhouse travel trailers, just $13,995 and $117 a month, any day. 28-foot double slide fifth wheels, just $27,995 and $199 a month, every day. And Vegas slide-out motorhomes, just $72,911 and $489 a month, today. Plus, over 150 RVs to pick through, and we're Oklahoma's only dealer with RV warranty forever. Rootin' tootin' RV bargains at RV General Store, where we make going fun.
Knippelmeyer Chevrolet.
Knippelmeyer Chevrolet.
Knippelmeyer Chevrolet.
Come on down and join our family, and we'll shake on it.
Knippelmeyer Chevrolet.
The first thing right off the bat I noticed is the maneuverability of it. The way I can throw that bike around is like I'm on my race bike. I can just throw it around for being such a big bike. The handling was, I think, really heads and tails over any other bike I've rode.
I love it. I love the way it sits. I like the way it handles. I like the horsepower. I wish I'd have rode the Indian before I ever purchased my Harley. I'll be honest about it.
The handling is what's got me. For a cruiser tour bike, it's the handling. I want the black one.
You want the straight black? Yeah. Out of all that I've ridden, I like this one right here. I'm going to see if I can't trade my Harley for one.
Yeah, we're going down to the dealership either tonight or tomorrow.
And welcome back, Thunder Weekly. Rick Heath, Mark Rogers from the Oklahoma City showroom of Indian motorcycles. People, you've got to come down here and see these beautiful motorcycles. Besides the big cruisers, they have Scouts, which is the original, Mark, the ones that they got around in back in World War I. I mean, that was what the couriers used in World War I. So you know they got to be pretty rugged.
Absolutely, yeah, that sounds great. And just the showroom floor here, we can't overstate enough how great it is.
Yeah, I mean these bikes are so beautiful. I mean, and they got wonderful leather accessories and leather seats and things. And oh, I like the one with the fringe. You know, I mean that's pretty cool. But we're here. You got to come down, see Scott Conway and his staff here at Indian Motorcycles of Oklahoma City. Last week of the season, Mark, we teased it a while ago, but you know you've got Kobe coming in for his last game.
Yeah.
You got the Kings. You got San Antonio, and we'll talk about those. But you know the Kings, good gracious, I mean they're out of it. They're crumbling before our eyes. That'll be a game at the Kings where I doubt anybody plays.
I don't know. You're right. Boogie Cousins came back and played in the game on Wednesday against Portland. The Thunder are really kind of in a set position right now. So the most important thing is not to get anyone hurt. You know, minor injuries, and that can happen at any time, as we saw with Serge against the Spurs a couple of years ago. And so you want to make sure those guys are healthy going forward. You bet. You know, and then then Kobe comes in for his last road game of his career here in Oklahoma City. That's cool. It's the last Thunder game of the season at home before the playoffs, and you know, people were very disappointed when Kobe did not play the first time they came through Oklahoma City, and that was announced basically a couple hours before the game that he was going to sit out. So I think people really will show up to see Kobe. Well, I think so too, and they should. I mean, here's one of the all-time greats. Now I got a confession to make. I'm not a Kobe fan. You're not a fan. I'm not a Kobe fan. Not a fan. Respect him. Respect him. Yeah. He's an all-time great. He's a Hall of Famer, first ballot. But I just never really liked Kobe. I don't know. Maybe it was just he had a certain cockiness attitude when he came out. Now he proved himself and has proved himself well beyond any other little shadows in my mind. But still, I mean, people in Oklahoma City will enjoy seeing his last game. There's a lot of Lakers fans around because of the success that franchise has had over the years. Kobe's a thinker. He takes himself very seriously, I think, even within the locker room. Of course, he'll call his own number. He fires up the shots, but you got to admire his determination. To shoot that many shots? He's determined to fire it up there. You need to ice his wing every once in a while. But I've grown to respect him a lot more over the course of his career because of his work ethic, and I think because of that attitude. Doesn't really take anything from anyone, but he takes the game seriously. Oh, he does. He's put a lot into it. To a certain extent, kind of like Michael Jordan did. I mean, he didn't brook anybody not playing to 100%. Right. And he didn't like guys that weren't, proving up to his level, which was an awful tough thing to do, when you're playing at his level. No, that's right. I think he's a difficult teammate. I think Phil Jackson was a perfect coach for Kobe, and I know there's some frustration there throughout the years. But, again, I was a Shaq fan. I love Shaq. I think he was the most dominant player of the game there in the early 2000s.
And I think that's why I didn't really like Kobe so much.
Those guys
that was
just
a Shaq
clash.
guy.
I mean, I think that was just a natural, Shaq likes to goof off and have fun. I don't think Shaq always was in the best of shape or took himself very seriously. And Kobe, I think, probably wanted to push Shaq for more, and it didn't work out. Shaq went on to win a championship elsewhere, and Kobe, of course, went on to win championships as well.
Without Shaq, yes.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, but he's definitely, I would say, he spent a pretty long period of time as the best player in the league.
Well, and I like that about him, and that's what I respect. I wish we would have seen more of what's coming out of him now. He's laughing, he's joking. I understand that it's his last go around.
Yeah.
He can take a bow.
Right.
And enjoy himself. But gosh, I mean, you can play the game hard, but once the game's over with, you don't have to be still so locked up in it.
No, I agree. I mean, everybody likes to see him relax a little bit, but that's just not who he is.
Yeah,
it's not who he is.
It wasn't. And, one of the greatest of all time, if you get a chance, you got to come out and see Kobe. I know tickets are going to be hard to come by. You can go buy them on the street. You can get in if you want to go see Kobe.
I'll sell you my media pass.
Yeah.
No, I won't. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that will get you in trouble. Since the regular season's over, you can do it.
No, you got to use that for the playoffs. It's not for sale.
There you go. Well, maybe rent it. But anyway, it's going to be fun. And then the last game this year at the Spurs. I got a question for you. How many guys you think will start?
No one.
No,
you or I can get a suit for that game. I don't know who's going to play in that game. I think that Thunder will rest their players, and certainly Popovich will, because I don't think he wants Oklahoma City this late in the year to be able to scheme and practice things against the Spurs going into the playoffs. That's why he set all those guys in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, that was evident when he came up here last game.
We talked about all those great matchups last week.
Yeah, that was great. Great analogy.
Right.
Nothing happened. And so now Spurs get it turned back around on them. Billy Donovan doesn't start anybody. I mean, Josh Eustace, Cameron Payne.
Josh Eustace hasn't missed a three-point shot in his NBA career. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, he should stop.
They need to get him out there.
Get him out. Hey, he's proved himself. Get him out there. I'm surprised you haven't gotten more calls on the radio about, he should be starting instead of Singler or playing instead of Singler.
Oh, yeah, we are getting those calls. There's no question.
All he had to do was make one shot. That's it. And everybody liked him better than Singler.
It's been rough for Singler.
Yeah, well, Singler's had a tough year. Now, he did get his little comeback, late in the last few games. He's done a little bit better, but still, nobody respects Singler here in this market, or very few of them. Hey, we're going to, at the Oklahoma City showroom here of Indian Motorcycles. It's a great place. Mark Rogers, Rick Heath, will be back right after this. Brown O'Haver, the adjusters for the insured. Just as Billy Donovan, coach for the Thunder, has to make the right call for the Thunder, you need to make the right call as well. If you sustain damage to your home or business by storms, you need to make the right call too. Brown O'Haver, adjusters for the insured. Brown O'Haver, with over 25 years experience in helping the insured, can help you settle your claim in an equitable manner. Don't settle for as low as 30 or 40 cents on the dollar. Get full value with expert help from Brown O'Haver, adjusters for the insured. Don't settle for less. Call Brown O'Haver today.
Why have people trusted Sam's Optical for over 30 years for their eyeglass needs?
I think I'm the new kid on the block with Sam's. As a matter of fact, when I came here, I wasn't coming here to buy glasses. I was coming here to get some information to where the doctor's office was next door, and just the ambiance and the atmosphere. After they gave me the information I needed, I went to my eye doctor. Then I came back in and felt like I was at home.
Sam's Optical for over 30 years, bringing you the best prices and service at any of Sam's locations.
At RV General Store, we've got rootin' tootin' RV bargains for you every day. 27-foot bunkhouse travel trailers, just $13,995 and $117 a month, any day. 28-foot double slide fifth wheels, just $27,995 and $199 a month, every day. And Vegas slide-out motorhomes, just $72,911 and $489 a month, today. Plus, over 150 RVs to pick through, and we're Oklahoma's only dealer with RV warranty forever. Rootin' tootin' RV bargains at RV General Store, where we make going fun.
Hi, it's Sam at Louie's Grill & Bar, where we are famous for delicious burgers like our new Deep South Burger, featuring sliced ham, smoky barbecue sauce, and fried green tomatoes. At Louie's, we're in your neighborhood.
Hi, I'm Phil, owner of Mattresses and Furniture. You'll find me here every day, and I would love to meet you. And that's not the case at most other furniture stores.
5-piece dining sets starting at $129. Sectionals starting at $399. Sofa and love seats starting at $599. And take it all home with no money down and no credit check.
Come see me. I'll do whatever it takes to earn your business. And unlike the other guys, I won't miss you over a few bucks. Here at Mattresses and Furniture, Southwest 15th and Council Road. Come see us.
The first thing right off the bat I noticed is the maneuverability of it. The way I can throw that bike around is like I'm on my race bike. I can just throw it around for being such a big bike. The handling was, I think, really heads or tails over any other bike I've rode.
I love it. I love the way it sits. I like the way it handles. I like the horsepower. I wish I'd have rode the Indian before I ever purchased my Harley. I'll be honest about it.
The handling is what's got me. For a cruiser tour bike, it's the handling. I want the black one.
You want the straight black? Yeah. Out of all that I've ridden, I like this one right here. I'm going to see if I can't trade my Harley for one.
Yeah, we're going down to the dealership either tonight or tomorrow.
And welcome back, Thunder Weekly. Rick Heath, Mark Rogers from Oklahoma City Indian Motorcycles, or should I say Indian Motorcycles of Oklahoma City. The showroom here, great selection of wonderful Indian bikes. The original Indian bikes were the first bikes made in the United States, 1901. You got to come down and see the artifacts they have from back then, and they also have some beautiful 2016s. And they carry Slingshot too, a side-by-side made by Polaris. Goes up very, very fast, lightweight. It's a fun machine. Who needs a convertible when you can get a Slingshot for about $20,000 less? But you got to come by the showroom here, find a bike or find accessories. They have the Mark Wahlberg collection of accessories for Indian motorcycles. So you got to come in to see this showroom. It's on 10th Street, just next to the railroad tracks and just west of I-235 going up the center of Oklahoma City. Also, let me talk to you about Brown O'Haver's adjusters for the insured. Let Alice Young and her staff help you settle your insurance claim the right way. Don't settle for less. Call Brown O'Haver today. They will help you settle your insurance claim. Don't settle for pennies on the dollar when you can get a full settlement, an equitable settlement from Brown O'Haver. Call them today. Alice Young and her staff will take care of you just as they do in the testimonials. The people that in the commercials that we run for them tell you about how much and how well they handle it. Alice Young and her staff will take care of you too. So call Brown O'Haver today. Mark, let's talk a little bit about the Eastern Conference. We follow the Western Conference so much because of Thunder in there. But the Eastern Conference, I think there's going to be some truly interesting matchups. I mean, if it stopped right now, I mean, the very first playoff would be Cleveland, Indiana.
Right.
That would be a good matchup.
I think it will be. There's been a lot of turmoil within Cleveland. I think they'll get it right for the playoffs. These guys are professionals, and even though LeBron has acted very strangely, I think, somewhat this season, Kyrie Irving seems to be a little strange. But I think they'll focus for the playoffs, and I think Cleveland's going to definitely be the team to beat in the East.
The one thing about Kyrie Irving that I saw, the stats that I saw did not bode well for Cleveland is Kyrie Irving played 36 minutes. He took 28 shots. You know how many assists he had?
Zero.
He never had an assist.
He's not a point guard.
Well, he's a shooter.
Off guard. I mean, yeah, he likes to shoot. I mean, he's kind of like Kobe, but he doesn't make them like Kobe does.
Well,
he shoots them like
There
Kobe.
was a guy that I used to play basketball with. He said, you know, there's a lot of shooters.
Yeah.
There's very few makers.
Right.
I mean,
and Irving is very, I think, young and immature.
Yeah.
You know, him being out for the finals last year, I think hurt Cleveland. I mean, they can definitely use him. And LeBron will get it right. I think LeBron will make sure that those guys do what they need to do.
Well, you know, Coach LeBron will get that done.
Right.
You know, and so.
Yeah, you can say a lot of things about LeBron, and I think his attitude this year he's been flat out crazy. He's a little bit of a diva.
Yeah.
He's not very tough, but he does know the game.
Yes.
And he does know how to get people in the right spot.
But and he knows it. Yeah, he will get those teammates directed.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he will take care of it. I got 100% confidence in that. Indiana, on the other hand, Paul George came back from that gruesome injury, and he's really, really playing well. My hat off to him.
Guards are a little bit suspect for Indiana. Monta Ellis can heat it up and score a lot, but other than that, point guard position is not very strong for them. We saw what they can do inside. They're pretty good, you know, when they came to Oklahoma City with Jan Mahimni, played a career game against the Thunder. But Paul George capable of scoring a bunch of points. The defense probably not quite where it was before his injury.
It's still. I don't think it'll be a sweep.
I would think that's right. Probably 5 games in that series.
Yeah.
I think the teams are watching the East. I like Boston a lot. I mean, they've got a lot of depth and they've got a lot of draft picks. So I think Boston is kind of a franchise that's poised to do better.
On the rise.
They're a franchise on the rise. Atlanta, I'm not too sure about them. They just some inconsistency on that team. They've got some good players, but never have been quite able to put it together.
The other two, Toronto, Detroit. Detroit, we just, we're familiar because we talked about Reggie Jackson. Toronto, Thunder go up there and put a thumping on Toronto when everybody's playing. I thought that was maybe one of the most impressive wins Thunder had.
Right, no doubt about it. I think the Thunder played one of their best games of the year, team defense in Toronto, because that's a team that can really score, and they suffocated DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. So I thought that was very encouraging for Oklahoma City because they're going to need to play that kind of defense in the postseason. So that was impressive what they did.
And the other one's Charlotte, Miami. Charlotte playing pretty well, the best they've played.
Charlotte's been a big surprise, Rick, don't you think? I mean, they've played very nicely this season. About 10, 11 games over 500, so I wouldn't have expected them to be there, but they've got a nice team.
Yeah, Charlotte probably the surprise team in the East. Boston, my favorite in the East, just because I like the way they play and Brad Stevens. So I look for both of those teams to win. Charlotte beating Miami. Chris Bosh might not be there. He's still up in the air. So I think Charlotte advances. I think Boston advances. Toronto, Cleveland. So that'd be some good matchups from there.
Miami is an interesting team because they do have some, Dwayne Wade, they've got some experience. I think that they're just a team to keep an eye on. I think that they're probably better than Charlotte. Kemba Walker is fun to watch too.
Yeah, that's why Kemba Walker and Charlotte, I like them because they're underdogs. They haven't really done much.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Let them
pull for the underdog.
Come through. Yeah, let's do that. All right, hey, we are at Oklahoma City Indian Motorcycle Showroom here on 10th Street. You got to come by. Beautiful, beautiful bikes here that you've got to come by and see. Take them for a test drive. They also have the Slingshot by Polaris, a side-by-side where you can go out and have a ton of fun on the Slingshot. I think Mark and I are going to take those for a ride here in a little bit, but you got to come by the showroom here and find out what these bikes are all about. Indian Motorcycles, the first motorcycles made in the U.S. 1901. We'll be right back after this. Just as Thunder coach Billy Donovan needs to make the right call for the Thunder, you need to make the right call for your insurance adjuster. Brown O'Haver Adjusters for the Insured is the place to call to help with your claim against the insurance company. Brown O'Haver, with over 25 years experience, will help you get the best settlement you can from the insurance company, just as these people with their testimonial.
Brown O'Haver came in first, and I talked with Alice there. She came over here and met with me and just sounded wonderful.
Yeah, it was like an angel, honestly. Yeah. I mean, you see that light behind, on TV where there's an angel and a light, and that's how I felt about Alice. And when I seen her, and just to hear her talk and the calmness and the, everything, it was
she's very confident.
Yeah.
Makes you feel at ease.
Brown O'Haver, Adjusters for the Insured. Call Brown O'Haver today. Don't settle for less.
Hi, it's Sam at Louie's Grill and Bar, where we are famous for delicious burgers like our new Deep South Burger, featuring sliced ham, smoky barbecue sauce, and fried green tomatoes. At Louie's, we're in your neighborhood.
Knippelmeyer Chevrolet.
Knippelmeyer Chevrolet.
Knippelmeyer Chevrolet.
Come on down and join our family, and we'll shake on it.
Knippelmeyer Chevrolet.
Welcome back. Final segment, Thunder Weekly. Rick Heath, Mark Rogers. We are at Indian Motorcycles of Oklahoma City. You can hear that somebody crank.
That's right.
Big,
somebody just bought
big
one.
Oh, man, they just bought one and riding out in it. It's a great thing to do. Come by. They're really affordable. Some of them are more expensive than others, but some are very, very affordable. And they've got a great line of accessories as well here at Indian Motorcycles of Oklahoma City here on 10th Street. Also, want to thank some other great sponsors of Thunder Weekly. Trails Golf Club in Norman. Trails Golf Club, if you're looking for a championship course to play in 2016 that's family-friendly and a championship course, you got to call Trails today, 364-3490, the Trails Golf Club, and find out their membership specials. Also, Sun and Ski Sports. Don't go outside until you go to Sun and Ski Sports. They got all kinds of spring selections available. And The winter selections are 40 to 50% off. Name brand, North Face, Patagonia, Mountain Hardwear, and more, all on special. Go by Sun and Ski Sports on North May or in Norman at Sooner Mall. Also, Tickets Unlimited. If you're looking for the Thunder's last few game tickets or playoff tickets, go to Tickets Unlimited or give them a call, 364-7500. That's Tickets Unlimited for Thunder, or concert tickets, because a lot of good concerts coming out. And also, Brown O'Haver Adjusters for the Insured. Call Alice Young and her staff. They will take care of you. Don't settle for less. Call Brown O'Haver and get an equitable settlement from your insurance company. Let's talk a little bit about Thunder going to San Antonio. We talked just briefly. Not that they're not going to play anybody, but these two teams more than likely are going to meet in the playoffs.
You think?
They know each other so well, nobody wants to give an edge to the other.
Well, I think the Thunder are probably a little bit behind the Spurs depth-wise on the bench, but the Thunder have two superstars on their team. Kawhi Leonard back and forth guarding KD and Russell. Danny Green out there too. I think this is going to be a great series. It's going to be really fun to watch. I think San Antonio has the edge. Of course, they haven't lost at their home court this year.
Yeah,
but
that
the Spurs,
gives them a definite edge. When you got to steal one in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, that's an amazing accomplishment for both Golden State and San Antonio not to have lost games
at home
on their home floor.
And
it's never happened in the
done
history of the NBA, but it might go for two teams.
Twice.
Yeah.
Two teams might do that. And so when they go down to San Antonio, they don't play anybody, and that's touche back to Popovich. But let's talk a little bit about the potential lineups. You've got, of course, you got Golden State playing. Right now, Golden State looks like they might be playing.
Who knows at the bottom? Houston,
at the bottom. Utah, maybe Houston.
Right.
If you're looking at that, the Houston intrigues me because Houston still got talent.
They do.
You got James Harden and you got big Dwight Howard in the middle. You got talent. I mean, whether they get it out of them or not, who knows? But that'd be a great matchup to start the playoffs.
Well, it'll be a rematch of the Western Conference Finals from a year ago. Houston's playing better defense than they did last season, but now with Michael Beasley, there's not a whole lot of bench pieces there, and again, Golden State's so good. Houston would be, whoever plays Houston, I think, faces the most difficult opponent of the teams that are in the bottom four, if they even get in.
If they do. I mean, Utah and Houston, Dallas they're all tied, going late into the season.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows how it's going to happen. I just like to see Golden State get bruised up a little bit by Houston. Okay?
Sure.
Bruise them up a little bit.
Well, the Clippers are there to bruise them up, too.
By the time you see them, if you get a chance to see them in the finals, maybe they're not quite so spry.
Yeah. I don't know that they'll roll through the playoffs like they've rolled through the regular season. I mean, what they've done was amazing. I would say probably a sweep in the first round for Golden State, maybe 5 against the Clippers.
Yeah. And then you go San Antonio, looking at playing Dallas. Or Dallas may not make it, but San Antonio, Dallas, maybe even in there. That's a sweep. Whoever they play.
I think the Western Conference Finals, they don't begin until the semifinals.
Yeah, because the semifinals could be, San Antonio Thunder, Golden State Clips.
That'll be great.
That'd be wonderful to have that.
That's good basketball at that point.
I would settle for that. The Clips playing the Grizzlies. Grizzlies, in the first round, Grizzlies aren't what they were, but, they still have some bulk in there. And, how well does Blake Griffin come in and get back into the lineup? How well can he assimilate back in? Into that, that'll determine whether or not how well the Clippers do as they go through the playoffs.
The Grizzlies lineup is just, it's like a patchwork put together. Zach Randolph is hurt. Gasol's, of course, out for the season. Conley's not been playing, so you've got people like Lance Stevenson, JaMychal Green. That's just a team that I don't think can win.
They had to pick up Farmar just to have a guard to play.
Yeah, and
he's been discarded. So.
He's starting.
Yeah.
I think, though, for the Clippers, it might be a little bit of an advantage for them to get Blake Griffin back, because then they have to play. They're not going to be a team that rests a whole lot of starters going down the stretch. They're definitely bench shy, depth. They don't have a really good bench. That's the Clippers' biggest weakness, but they're a dangerous team.
Hey, we will talk to you about the Thunder playoffs next time here on Thunder Weekly. Find us on YouTube at Thunder Weekly. For Mark Rogers, I'm Rick Heath. We'll see you next time on Thunder Weekly.